Hey guys, me and Dave. It's what is it? 3/8, 3/8, 2021. It's Monday night. The week is just beginning. Um, so I was thinking about my program a little bit. I was listening to a call, and a guy made a comment on there. I don't know if he's a perp or not. I don't know. Sometimes you can't tell and all this stuff, but he did say that it kind of made sense. He said, um, if there's an air base around you, um, when you're in this program, so they can keep an eye on you. That's probably not the case now. Like I say, it's all contractors now. Um, some, some, um, some programs. I think some of us do have some of these agencies involved. They I don't know. They don't play a part in the torture and stuff like that. I think that's the contractors and stuff. So I was thinking about my own program. I'm 47. I'm gonna be 48. Believe it or not, I'm gonna be 48 in May, and about 2 months. So I was thinking about my own program. The city I live in used to be a big military town. We used to have an army base down by the lake, and then we had an air base up on the hill about 5 miles away. Where I live now, they were both about 5 miles away. So I'm thinking, because I'm like, how did these guys get their hands on me? How did this start out? Like I say, I've had, I know I've been in, I swear over the Holy Bible, I've been in this program my whole life. I swear to God. I've had street theater when I was in 8th or ninth grade. I had street theater. I had work crew. We were washing sheriff's cars after school for 4 hours a day. And this kid was there. He knew everything about me. He knew about my brother, my brother's girlfriend. He had all this information about me. I had no idea I never seen this kid ever in my life. And he was only there one day, and I never seen him again. He was there one day telling me all these things about me. And I'd never seen this kid ever in my life. And he's sitting there talking about my brother, my brother's girlfriend, my friend, and all this stuff. I'd never seen him before in my life. So that was my first interaction with street theater, And I was like 14, 15, 8th or ninth grade and stuff. And so that was 30 years ago, over 30 years ago, 33 years ago or something. I had my first interaction with street theater, It's amazing how far this goes back. I was reading up on the church committee and all this stuff, and the program, they said the program halted in 1973. Well, it really didn't. That's when it went classified. The program went classified in 1973. That's the year I was born. So I'm thinking, how did they get their hands on me? This was a big military town. You know, my dad was in the Air Force. He went AWOL, and he went to jail. He was from New York. He was up here in jail. He spent 6 months in jail, in prison, for going AWOL. And then he got out, and then the Air Force made him stay in a little longer. He had to stay in a little longer. And then he did get honorably, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I can't talk right now. Discharged. So it wasn't, I mean, he got discharged and it was all good and all that stuff. So how'd they get their hands on me 47 years ago? Was it the Air Force Base? We used to go up to the Air Force Base and get medical care. We used to go. They used to have a store up there. You could buy cheap cigarettes and cheap groceries and cheap stuff. That the guys had. The army guys. The military had access to. Cheaper stuff, free medical care and all this stuff if you were married to a serviceman. And here my mom is a single. This petite single lady with 4 kids, and then she was married to my dad, there. So I'm trying to think how I got into this and in all this stuff. How did they get, how did they get their hands on me, I was, I remember we used to have a drugstore up here. We used to go there and buy soda. I remember buying a soda for 35 cents. We go up there and buy the soda for 35 cents, or a 2-liter pop for $1. It was our neighborhood store, and I remember being a kid. And they would show me women, when I was a kid, 13, 14 years old, going to the drugstore. Well, I see this lady wearing Daisy Duke shorts and a tight shirt and all this stuff, and very voluptuous, or what I'm trying to say. Full figured, not fat or anything, just what I mean. It's just, I'm kind of blown away by this whole thing. I'm still blown away by it because I know I've been in the program since I was a kid. My mom got divorced from my dad when they were only married a short time, and we actually moved to New York, and we were on the way home from New York, and my mom was driving her old car, and with four kids back home, to our hometown and stuff, and she said I cried all the way from New York to Chicago. I cried the whole way. Was I being remotely or monitored back then? Or, it's possible, I don't know, I'm kind of lost for words and stuff, and, because I can't believe it. I still can't believe it, that I was a mind control victim my whole life. I could put so many examples together where a lot of it was them. A lot of it was them. A lot of decision, and them doing subliminals. I think they've been doing subliminals to me for 30 years. I think they messed up my love life. They could do things to mess up your love life if you have a girlfriend or a fiance or anything. They've been doing that for 20 years. It's just it's amazing because I look back and I realize it was them doing it. So I kind of agree with this guy. He's like, if you're in a program and there's an air base or a military base nearby, that's possible. Especially if you were a kid in this program and they wanted to keep an eye on you. We're talking 30, 40 years ago. I was spoiled rotten. I had a good childhood. My young adult years were good. They were awesome. I mean, I had lots of friends. We were all having fun all the time and everything, I had an awesome life until I was 42. And then they put me in trauma-based mind control program. everything went downhill. Everything got taken away from me. You know, I look back now, and I took the truck driving course. I was gonna change fields, career fields, and you know, I took the truck driving course in 2012, and um, I was getting hit in that program. I think the teachers were involved. I think, you know, they were so mean to me. I was being yelled at all the time. Oh, my battery's gonna die. I was being yelled at all the time in that course. That they were trying to get me to quit. You know, I think they were involved in this. I really do. They were trying to get me to quit. You know, because my plans were, I'm gonna do over the road for a year. I'm gonna come back to town. You know, come back to my city, and maybe do some local work. Drive dump truck and all. You know, I had plans. You know, I mean, they make really good money, 50, 60 grand a year. You know, I was thinking I wanted to get married, have kids, buy a house, and do things the right way. You know, and they ruined it. They ruined it all for me. You know, this started to come out in um, 2011, 2012. It started to come out. They were doing more subliminals and all this stuff. I didn't realize what they were doing. I didn't know what they were doing. You know, I didn't know. All I knew was my life started to fall apart. You know, I got a couple of jobs, and they were loading me up. You know, I was doing medical transportation. They were loading me up with patients, and I was working 10 hours or more a day, and all this stuff. They were trying to get me to quit, trying to get me to quit the job. You know, and I did quit after a while. You know, and I was out of work, and things were, you know, I was depressed, and you know, all these things were happening to me. And then I got another job, and they were up there at that job. They were doing chemicals at that job. You know, it's unreal. I swear to God. I swear over the Holy Bible, they were doing chemicals at that job. You know, um, you know, and I was working with all women, all girls. You know, younger, older, and stuff, and I ended up quitting that job because they were making me oversleep. I was doing night shifts. They were making me oversleep for shifts. You know, and eventually they were making me so tired and all this stuff. I quit. You know, I ended up quitting. You know, and stuff, and it's just everything fell apart. That was in 2014, and then 2015. They left me. They left me alone for a little bit. In 2014, 2015, they came back with about 100 gang stalkers. I swear to God. And maybe not 100, but you know, 25 gang stalkers outside my house and all this stuff. I thought people were after me, you know, and stuff. And then it really hit me. You know, they really hit me, but it's just unreal because I've been in the program for 47 years. I swear to God. Swear to God on my life. You know, it's been 47 years. I could put things together when I was a kid. You know, I look back now when I was a kid, you know, having outbursts sometimes, getting angry, you know, and stuff like that. You know, I question if my family members, you know, if my brothers and sisters were getting hit. I do question that now. I kind of question if one of my brothers is getting hit, you know, and not know it. You know, it's possible, you know, and stuff. So, anyway, I can't talk tonight. So, anyway, I'm gonna cut this off. Not much going on with me, you guys. It's been an alright day. Why are they laying off me? I don't know. Are they gonna hit me? You know, is it coming? Is the big bang coming? It's possible. I could get a couple days off, couple more days off, and they could nail me. So, I'm trying to prepare myself for that, you know, and stuff, and we'll see what happens there. But not much, you know, not much going on with me and stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this off. You guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.